So this song is called We Will Dance, I believe. David Ruis, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But I'll run through this and then I'll kind of talk about how to do the riffs on this one. This primarily rides off of a D going to G, but I'll just run through this real quick and then we'll talk about it, okay? We'll go to a much better place. Dance with all your might. Lift up your hands and clap for joy, for the time's drawing near when He will appear and go. We'll stand by His side. Spotless pride, and we will dance on the streets that are golden. Glorious bride, the great Son of Man, from every tongue and tribe, nation will join in the song of the Lamb. Dance with all your might. Lift up your hands and clap for joy, for the time's drawing near. He will appear and go. We'll stand by His side, a strong, your spotless bride, and we will dance on the streets that are golden. Glorious bride, the great Son of Man, every tongue and tribe and nation will join in the song of the Lamb. Sing aloud, for the time of rejoicing is near. The risen King, our groom, is soon to appear. The wedding feast to come is now near at hand. Lift up your voice, proclaim the coming Lamb, and go. We'll stand by His side, a strong, your spotless bride. That are golden, the glorious bride, the great Son of Man. Every tongue and tribe and nation will join in the song of the Lamb. Okay, so neat song, huh? It's got some fun riffs in it, like a couple of the other ones I put up recently. But this has a D, and we probably call it like a D5 to a D sus4, back to a D sus2, and then it climbs back up into the D sus4, back up to the D5. The D5 is this. So what I'm doing is I'm playing a D, but instead of playing the third, which is here, I'm going up to the A, which is actually the fifth of the D chord. So I've got an A here and an A here, but it helps bring this phrase together of D sus4, D, Then real quickly, D2, D, D sus4, back to the D5. And then going from that into the G on the verse. So that's a D, D sus4, back to D sus2. And that brings you to the G. And then this is a G sus2. Just to add that little phrase in there. And then it goes back to a D sus4. And then the rest is, you know, pretty straight ahead. A C. Well, look on his face. D sus4. We'll go C, G, do much better. And then it starts that phrase again of the. And that's pretty much what both of the verses do. Well, actually, let's go to verse 2 real quick. Because verse 2 is different than verse 1 in that at the end of verse 2, it has this build up to go into the chorus. So you could call it maybe like a pre-chorus. But I do that riff again with a D5 and then the susses. That little thing. And then we go to the G, then we go back to the D, and then it goes to this. And oh, we'll stand by his side. A strong, pure, spotless bride. And when it gets to bride, it rides on an A. It does an A sus4. And I kind of make it an A7 with a sus4 because I go back to the A7. That brings resolution because I'm going from the 4 back to the 3. A sus4 7. Or A7 with a sus4. And then back to an A7. And those are really all downstrokes because I'm building up to get into the chorus. Okay, then we're at the chorus and it's just straight ahead. Back up. And then there is a chorus or bridge. Maybe I'd call it a bridge. Sing aloud, for the time of rejoicing is near. And this typically has other singers that echo this as you're singing at the tail end. So it's, and I didn't do that because I think it would have sounded weird if I tried to do the echo. But sing aloud, for the time of rejoicing is near. Then sing aloud, for the time of rejoicing, the risen King. So you see how that echo happens over what you're singing. And then after that, it goes back and it goes back into the, and oh, will stand by his side. And I kind of truncated this. I didn't play it like I would play it all the way through because I just don't want to take up that amount of time for you to have to listen to me sing the whole thing and the way I would do it normally in maybe praise and worship, or it would be longer. I just think it's easier to get to the point of what's happening with the song. So I hope that helps. There were a lot of different images. I know my strumming hand isn't really visible in this video. Oh, one other thing. I didn't even think of talking about this. This is pretty important. But we could say this is in 3/4 or 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to me, I think it is more in 6/8 because it tends to complete the whole phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hear that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay. If you want to say it's in 3/4, you can say it's in 3/4 as well. Either way, It's a waltz. It's got a waltz feel, and a little bit of an Irish jig in a way too. Kind of cool how that works out. So that's We Will Dance. Hope that was something that you enjoyed watching, and hey, hit the like button. And you know what? I'm just going to do a plug here. Yeah, I do help lead praise and worship at times, but I am posting these for people who want to learn this stuff. I have played jazz and fusion and heavy metal in college. Went out to LA, got a recording engineering degree after I graduated from college, and but when I was out in LA, that's when I gave my life to the Lord. It was in July of 1989. I'm dating myself, you know how old I am probably, because that was after I went to college. So as you can kind of tell, I'm focusing more on praise and worship right now. I'll get into some jazz and into some riffs, some rock and roll riffs at times as well. I just believe this is more important, talking about praise and worship and showing praise and worship songs and how to play them, because to me that's what we were built for. So hope you enjoyed it, and hey, hit the like, put a encouraging word down there if you want, and guys, take care. Thanks for watching.